Can we straighten up a little by the cut? He is putting from a very good angle here, Paul.
He sure is. I put a big circle in my book on this hole. That would be the place I'd like to end up, right where Will is, and a chance for a two-shot swing if he can bury this one.
Just heard a little roar of 11. That was Keegan Bradley tapping in. Zalatoris wants to put another roar into the crowd here. Almost his 4th and 5 holes. At 18, Morikawa. Is there one more left in Colin here? He's got one of the best rounds on this Sunday after, as you heard Gary mention, it's the highest round he's ever had, 77 yesterday on the PGA Tour. So Morikawa certainly straightened things out today. Going to have that for a 4-under round at 66. That will match what he shot on Friday to get himself into the final group yesterday. And so this is an 11-shot difference from yesterday for Morikawa. It just took him out of it yesterday. Over at the 10th for par, and Fitzpatrick with another drop shot.
Well, you don't want a handful of those types of putts coming in. Those are the nervy ones. Got to play it outside the hole, and well, we have us a heck of a back nine coming up. Hideki Matsuyama sitting in the middle of the 17th fairway, perfectly positioned.
And with the last group tied, it's probably a good time to remind you that at the Country Club, when the Open has been here, it has been a playoff. We've spoke often about the 18-hole playoff with We Met and 1963, Julius Boros getting the better of Palmer and Jackie Cupid, and in 1988, the 18-hole battle with Curtis Strange outpointing Nick Faldo. It's been a while since we've had a playoff at the US Open, but we're at the Country Club. That's usually the way it ends up. So we'll keep an eye on what happens here. The last 8 holes, of course, Scotty Scheffler still part of the story. John Wood a few groups ahead. Backing off here, trying to assess things at 12.
Yeah, Mike, just 149 from the first cut, but they have taken a long look and changed clubs twice on this lie. It looks fairly easy, but you know, it's not going to come out with the same amount of spin, and you don't want to have a wedge get knocked down either. It can really release on you, so a little bit of indecision here. At the right side of the green, he just never was committed there. He just was back and forth a few times.
Circle back towards the front of the screen and keep moving from there.
Wait.
Just a little bit of that feeling yesterday in this stretch of the golf course for Scheffler. Gotta fight back here. Rahm has had nothing go. This for birdie at the 11th. Finally for John Rahm. After birdie 5 and 8 and 10. First circle on the card, and it's only 4 back. As Rahm moves forward, we go back to the last tee of the great par 3.
It is not long at all, but we've documented what can happen.
He's gone up high with it. Go right of the hole.
And he chose that normal swing or full swing, where a lot of guys have opted for that abbreviated knockdown variety. And that's hole high for Zalatoris.
Pressure is amped way up now, and you want to do whatever's the most natural at this point. Well, he's very comfortable putting the ball in the air, as Roger said earlier. Fitzpatrick very comfortable knocking it down. See what he does here.
A little lower trajectory. Might need to go. Okay, no, gets there.
Nice soft landing there. And they are right next to each other. They're right next to each other on the top of the leaderboard.
Here at 17, Matsuyama with his second. We've seen a lot of second shots get close here. Chunked it.
Oh, no.
Chunked it.
Oh, no.
Man, it's hard to fathom.
Just going along, playing perfect golf.
Well, let's look at the rest of the 2022 USGA Championship schedule on NBC Sports, presented by Rolex. Minji Lee, one of the Women's Open, one by the American women. And then it's on to Saucon Valley for the U.S. Senior Open and the rest of the lineup this summer. Some of the best venues in golf, Bend and Dunes, on and on, as the USGA conducts its 15 national championships. Back 9 scoring this week. We talked about what happened yesterday, where things just went the opposite direction for Scheffler, David.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of players leave it short of this green over the last couple of days. And, well, the aprons are so smooth, it's definitely a putter. He's going to pull a little rise as well. Just got to be careful with it. Yeah. He's well enough done. You go to 17.
Yeah, awkward third shot now for Matsuyama, having to grip way down all the way to the steel. Oh, but he got it to come out just about right. Well, that's a good recovery. So he should be able to make his par to remain at 3 under, but an opportunity miss there at what has been the easiest hole on the course today. So we go back to 11.
There's a good look at that fall off all around the 11th green. Reason why it can be so dangerous, but both Zalatoris and Fitzpatrick in good position to have a birdie go here. Zalatoris looks like he'll be first to play.
He is, and he's going to give Fitzpatrick a very good look at what this putt does. I think it goes to the right. And the green runs away from him a little bit the last half.
It's been really hard for anybody to get exactly even with the hole like this, Raj, so we haven't seen a whole lot of putts from here. I know it's fast, though.
Yes.
Zalatoris on a birdie run on a final round, and he picks up the ball with authority.
Stroke might look funny sometimes, but the ball sure does roll end over end, doesn't it?
He was a part of that 2013 USAM that was won by Fitzpatrick, and Zalatoris is up to say, I've got a little magic of my own here at the country club going. What a birdie. And he had a good look at the 10th as well. Matsuyama made the par putt at 17, so he'll go to the 18th. 3 back now, and Fitzpatrick would love to put it on top of Zalatoris.
Oh, no work.
Good comebacker, Raj.
Yeah, he got a little carried away there.
To 12.
Scheffler for par. After a couple of drop shots. Back on track. We go to 11.
And now, this has become a little mediocre. More than that for Fitzpatrick to stay 1 back.
Might have just lost his concentration for a second, Roger. Now he's got some work to do.
Well, he's just coming off a miss from a little shorter than this, and he missed kind of a short putt at 6 to 3 pars. You know, if you're going to win a US Open, Paul, you got to make these.
Yep, and you got to make them with 9 holes to go.
Yes, you do.
At the start of this round, I looked at this board and I just asked myself, who do I trust to hit it the best? I felt like Zalatoris and Scheffler. Who do I trust to make the putt? I feel like Fitzpatrick and Scheffler. He's 3-putted. This is just a tragic error here at 11.
And this is a big swing now for Zalatoris for that birdie. They were just about in the same position. Zalatoris is going to come out of here with a birdie. And Fitzpatrick is going to give it up. Zalatoris 4 back 6 holes ago. Fitzpatrick's bogey there back to back. Zalatoris now leads by 2.
Hi, yes, I need a locksmith. 3 out. Guess I'll be right here. Nice. People say cashback, right? It is saving the day right now.
Good afternoon.
It was.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Visa card. That's real life ready.
Eliminating grits is as easy as combing your hair. Just from an easy comb in color. Just twist and comb. Getting natural looking results. Let's get this meeting started. Has never been easier. The most men trust Just for Men.
We got the house! Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
We stand at the dawn of a new age, not just in terms of what's technically possible, but with regards to the very definition of healthcare itself. Forging the path to this new age, ProMedical, by reimagining what healthcare can be, by treating healthy aging, economic concerns, and social conditions with the same urgency as clinical care, and by seeing them all as fundamentally linked. It's a lot to ask, which is why we're asking it of ourselves first. ProMedical, your health, our mission.
Hello? Everybody here for the interview? Okay. What do you drive? I got a jet bike.
Well, the big change at the 11th hole. Will Zalatoris now, who was trailing, looked like he was really going to have to do something special. Got a little bit of the gift from Fitzpatrick at the par 3. Now leads by 2 as he's on the tee at the 12th.
Zalatoris on the tee. 2 under for today's round. And he leads by 2.
High left and moving right.
It's got a little too much left to right on it, and that, oh wow. It might not be in the very, very thick stuff, but it doesn't look good.
Can you just imagine the weight on his shoulders now, knowing he's 2 shots clear?
Well, that's the thing, you know, you can't get too excited, you can't get too up or too down.
Okay, beauty swing
there. Yeah. That's perfect for Fitzpatrick. Zalatoris remains to be seen what kind of a lie he has.
Well, we've been talking about this swing of Zalatoris. We're going to put it on the 4D replay brought to you by Cisco Zing. Cisco powering the on-site network here at the US Open.
Really a high-handed player. It's the reason he creates so much leverage. Watch his glove hand on the backswing. Look how high up that is. Left arm splits his shoulders, and then he gets up on his toes as he unleashes this thing, and these guys sling the glove head at the ball. This was a mishit, though. He caught it towards the heel a bit, and he's in trouble over there in the right-hand rough.
Well, those high hands enable him to have a pretty steep approach down to the ball, kind of like Jack Nicklaus, so maybe that is something he'll lean on coming up. At the 18th, Matsuyama, with a nice par save at 17. And here's a popular spot to the right. Trampled down turf over there, lots of spectators, seen it time and time again. Usually ends up with a pretty good lie. And we'll see what Matsuyama has coming up. So we saw Zalatoris on the 4D, brought to you by Cisco. Let's take a look at the Englishman.
Completely different backswing. Watch where this club lays at the top. It's going to be laid flat, and his left arm much lower. He hits a lower ball flight, and at the bottom, both feet really kind of still on the ground, not quite on his toes. Just a classic follow through. I love his action, and you know, he's a gutsy player. These two guys trying to stare each other down in the last group to hoist a US Open trophy. Pretty fun.
The 13.
Scotty Scheffler with his second. 188 from the middle of the fairway, right to left wind, looking to hold a 6-iron. This is headed to the left side of the green, Gary.
Hole cut over on the right portion of the green. Has not been easy to get close to, but Scheffler with a nice shot and a look at Bernie.
Oh, what?
So, people can get a free Samsung
Oh, boy.
Galaxy. Any year, any condition.
Oh, I get it. So you can take your old phone that you've had for 12 years and loved every minute of and trade it in for something new that suits your life now?
That's right, yeah.
Then enjoy immediate success, even though you'll never forget your old phone. Ever.
It's a great trade.
Life-changing.
Get a free Samsung Galaxy S22 with any Galaxy trade-in. Any year, any condition. Only at AT&T.
Imagine a golf ball with the grip of a tire. Well, that's what you get with Bridgestone's E12 Contact. Because the Contact Force dimple uses contact science technology similar to Bridgestone's high-performance tires, engineered to create 38% more contact at impact. For more distance and control, drive Bridgestone's E12 Contact. Straight distance driven by science.
It's easy to think that all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different how? You saw high commission investment products, right?
Nope, Fisher avoids them.
Well, you must...
Never at Fisher Investments.
Okay, then you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No. We structure our fees so we do better when clients do better. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Check out the media buzz around BXC's new Gen 5 stick. Called WRX. This stuff is fantastic. Sports Illustrated is an all-in effort to create the hottest, softest band set of golf clubs the world has ever seen. Golf Digest Gen 5 feature new technologies to improve speed, launch, and forgiveness. Call BXC to book your custom fitting today. Save big with our Lucky 7 and full bag deals. BXG, golf clubs away winner, period.
Back at the 12th, Zalatoris with, we believe, is not a very good lie, Roger.
Oh, it's worse than not a very good lie.
Yeah.
It is a horrible lie. That tree's kind of overhanging. I don't see him being able to hack it and hit it at the green. I think he's going to try to lay it up down on the bottom left side of the fairway.
Oh, that's his look when he saw it. I'll tell you, he's very grown up. His attitude is extremely good, Zinger.
Yeah, he's a mature player at a very young age. It's a nice little intangible to have. He's going to have to lay this up now. Just put it on the fairway and try to get your wedge close, David.
Yeah, he's got a great, even-tempered personality. That's what you need to be a great champion for the most part.
Boy, full swing hack, and that's to move it about 80 yards.
Yeah, well, on the short stuff, that's back in some kind of position. You take a look at the head here, you can see just that is thick and chewy down in there. Nah, Fitzpatrick.
That's from 160. He's left it right of the hole.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not as good as he was looking for, but it's a chance. And of course, the chance of a two-shot swing. We go to 18.
And Matsuyama is trying to give himself some chance here. There's that trample area which gives him a good.
Can he get it close? It's a tight fit. Going to hit this backstop and roll back down and let a straight putt for the most part. Actually, he's going to have some left to right break and go a long way away.
He really needed that birdie at 17 because it looks like Zalatoris, Scheffler, and Fitzpatrick will battle down the stretch here. Matsuyama's a long way away there.
And back here at 13, Scheffler with a chance for birdie, but John, a putt you really have to be a little cautious about.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Gary. Left to right the whole way, and there's a lot of speed past this hole. So if you give it an extra 2 or 3 feet, it can really go.
A little bit on the defensive side, but a good par at what has been the hardest hole on the course today. Let's go back to 12.
And we see what Zalatoris has in front of him, Roger.
David, this is not uncommon in a US Open. This is where resolve and a good wedge game come into play. Try to make par from here. But he just might spin back.
Yeah, a little too much. And that might go all the way off. Hangs up there. So, the play thickens. Salvatores with the 2-shot lead. Looking like he may drop one here. We go to 18.
Matsuyama began the round tied for 17th, 6 back.
49 feet away. If he can post 4 under, you just never know.
If.
Maybe 3 under. You never know. This is not an easy 2-putt. If he makes it, it'll be a miracle. Easy. Oh.
2 largest final round comebacks in US Open history. Arnold Palmer, 1960, 7, and then Johnny Miller at Oakmont back in 73. So it appears to be a 3-player race.
With this man being
Yeah.
in front
Come on.
by 2 at the minute. Fitzpatrick.
David, has it been a difficult 2-putt from down there, or not so much?
Not so much.
Just
we've
slow, huh?
seen a few players back it up to there. In fact, go all the way down into that collar rough. So this one isn't so bad. But he's got to be careful with it. You know, it's going to come up the hill onto the green, and then it gets quicker around the hole. Upper left is Scheffler for par. Safely done. Salvatores tucks his shirt in underneath his left armpit there, gets it in there tight to get that feeling of his left arm close to his rib cage.
Big bounce.
Okay. That's a great effort. Not easy to get that one dead, especially in his situation. But it's a drop shot.
Yeah, everybody's gotten that 6 under number. Scheffler, Fitzpatrick, and Zalatoris, and then they've taken a step back, Mike.
Yeah, Dan. Hey, you see that shirt that Will's wearing? The legend of 1930 champ, the 20-year-old Abner Francis we met, and his 10-year-old caddy, Eddie Lowry. Well, the pattern on Will's shirt is from the image of that legendary picture of the duo. His sponsor, FootJoy, made these shirts in honor of the Francis We Met Scholarship Fund. About 75 years now, they've been helping college educations for young men and women who work on golf courses in Massachusetts. They're just trying to take the spirit of We Met and Lowry with him every step of the way and have him almost on his back.
Now it comes up a little shy for Fitzpatrick.
And you talk about Francis Ouimet and the way he battled the British heavyweights, Harry Barton and Ted Ray. We've got a little version of that going on here.
We do.
With Fitzpatrick and the Americans, Zalatoris and Scheffler.
No, not going to get there.
There's nothing wrong with a little Ryder Cup sneaking into the US Open.
And what would you know about that?
Okay. It's one shot. To 14.
And Scotty Scheffler on this par 5 where we have seen a little bit of everything, including a whole lot eagle by but you got to get into the fairway.
Completely different wind as we've had, starting left, cutting, and finding the fairway. Right side, there'll probably be a layup though.
Yeah, it is an uphill shot. It's so dangerous if you get off the mark with a second. This is Matsuyama for par. And this is a run of bogey-free golf for Hideki Matsuyama in the last 30 holes of this championship. 65, the low round of the week.
Only 25 putts today. Number 1 in scrambling for the week.
And you just wonder, had he been able to get to that 4 under number when he was in great position at 17. We'll see how 3 under holds up. You never know in the US Open, Gary, coming down the stretch.
Yeah, let's take a look at the 13th hole, Dan. It's a 438-yard dogleg left par 4. Tough fairway to hit. The hole moves right to left. The fairway slopes left to right. A lot of players will hit less than driver. It's one of the narrower fairways on the golf course. Second shot plays across this penalty area. If you happen to miss the fairway, some of the players will be forced to lay up short of that water. Hole location today over on the right-hand side, and there have been just 6 birdies made here all day. Hardest hole on the golf course. Stroke average just under 4.5.
Gary, of course, has been hitting cuts off the tee, and he's got to draw one here. He's probably got to hit an iron or a 3-wood at best. And but Fitzpatrick, this kind of fits his shape, this tee shot.
I would agree 100%, Paul. An opportunity to put the ball in the fairway first, and that always adds a little pressure to the other guy. He likes it okay. It'll be up the right side. It'll be back quite a ways, but safely in the fairway.
Zalatoris walking up to the tee with 2 clubs, Gary.
Well, he's hit the fairway 2 of the 3 days that he's played so far.
This is not a tee shot that fits his eye. 1-shot lead at the US Open.
Good call, Paul. That is way right. That will be a layup, most likely, from in there.
Yeah, he's going to have to get lucky. He's got to take his next shot over water. If he lays up,
yeah,
he'll take the water out of play. But 2 tough drives, really, Gary, in a row.
12, right at 13. So a miss there that is becoming a little bit of a trend. We'll have to keep an eye on that for the man who currently has a 1-shot lead.
When Alaska Airlines needed a partner for the complex operations of travel, they made the switch to T-Mobile. Our 5G has Alaska Airlines and their customers covered, from major hubs to remote destinations. With 5G coverage ready now for the demands of today and the future, T-Mobile's network powers Alaska Airlines as they deliver next-level care for all customers. 5G ready now. That's how unconventional thinking is better for business.
Waiting for a more considered approach to an electric vehicle and the experience that comes with it. The first ever RZ. This is electric, powered by Lexus.
Justin, how do you feel about your performance today?
Yeah, obviously there were some ups and downs out there, but that tap right after 18 was incredible.
So talk us through it.
Well, had the right outline, the right tap, then the drizzle came. which was perfect.
Are you talking about ice cream?
It's actually, oh, brain freeze.
It's like that putt on the ninth.
Tap your MasterCard, the safer and easier way to pay like a pro, and start something priceless.
In New England, a turn in almost any direction leads a trail to history. And the Country Club stands among the few golf courses in the country where over a century of iconic moments have happened. But so many of them have taken place in one place, the 17th hole. It was the pivotal place back in 1913 when Francis Ouimet's playoff birdie led to the victory that helped propel the popularity of American golf. 50 years later, Arnold Palmer's miss and a Julius Boros birdie decided the championship there. And the green, where the putt in American Ryder Cup history was holed. At 17's history, what does it hold today for the guys who are chasing? Scotty Scheffler, he made birdie here to steady a wobble yesterday. Matthew Fitzpatrick has birdied this hole on Thursday and Saturday. In that last group with Will Zalatoris, who made birdie there on Thursday and Friday, will 17 decide the championship again at the Country Club. At the moment, 17 is playing the easiest of any hole, so down the stretch, it could be a birdie that maybe wins the US Open. But keep in mind that Hideki Matsuyama didn't make birdie there, and that could be a difference maker. Fitzpatrick second here at 13. After the good drive, he is left of the hole. And we're back too much, so he is safe. Across the water there, but as Gary mentioned, that water is going to come into play with Will Zalatoris after his wild tee shot to the right here at this par 4. It's actually a combination of two holes from the Primrose 9. Roger, what does the lie look like, and what do you think he can do with it?
Well, it's not good again. There are tree limbs ahead of him, some 20, 25 yards between himself and the green. I can't see him playing anything low underneath that and trying to get the ball across the water short. So this has got to be a layup down into the bottom part, that kind of similar to last hole, except he's got a much better lie.
So as he looks that over, let's go check on Scheffler. One back at 14, the par 5. 329, he'll lay it up. Try to move it up on the top deck. It's almost 3 levels and just clears it. But still not a great lie for a third for his par 5. He'll widen out to see what he has left as we come back to 13. What a big moment this is for Zalatoris. So confident in that ball striking. We talk about his putting so much. Man, he is confident in that ball striking, but the last couple of holes have had to rattle the cage a little bit.
Virtually every miss has been to the right today. That's the play here, Roger. And this is going to go left into the rough.
Set up.
Got into the heavy stuff as well, so Zalatoris here fighting and scrapping on the 13th. And Hideki Matsuyama, who I mentioned before, who posted that great round, couldn't take advantage of 17 after a great drive as well. So we're seeing a little bit of that US Open pressure factor in here for these last couple of holes. And as we've said, it's been a long time, 2008, since we've seen a playoff. The board is stacking that way for this US Open. And remember, it's no longer an 18-hole playoff as it was back in the days of Ouimet and Boros that we showed you earlier. It would be a couple of hole playoff aggregate score. It's a little bit ahead. All right, let's go check out Rory on the 14th.
Just
earlier.
what are you doing?
McIlroy taking it back with the fingers. Is right in the middle for Rory. So he's got 4 holes to work with. And again, Matsuyama, he's not checking out of the hotel. Rory could be a factor. That's the kind of stuff that happens down the stretch of these things. 15.
Denny McCarthy for par.
McCarthy has played beautifully all week.
Back at 14.
And Scheffler just got it on that level, buddy.
Yeah, it was a really strange layup. He had another 35 to 40 yards to that cross bunker and barely reached where he is now. If he got to go left or right, he'd have been in the high stuff. So 117 out of the rough on an uphill slope.
We hold it out here from 55 yards on Friday. for an eagle.
Good line. Should have some release out of that line.
Look at this shot. A very makeable birdie.
Yeah, that's to get with, that's to tie the lead, actually. With Zalatoris in trouble, that might be to take the lead.
To 13.
Zalatoris with his third.
Yes, from 103, just got into the primary rough. This is left of the hole.
It's a smart shot. The green cants in that direction from back left to front right, so works its way in toward the hole. Still work left to make par.
Now you got to control your breathing and take care of your walking pace. You know, when the guy keeps blocking to the right, he just tends to not release it, and that happens under pressure. You just hang on. So really Zalatoris needs to get his confidence back and let that club release again.
And we talked about the right miss. Tee shots were right at 3, right at 9, right at 12, right at 13. So definitely a pattern there. We go to 16.
And Denny McCarthy is in as good a position as any of these other chasers from the back. He's got 3 holes left. This, the long par 3, 16th, 3 back. But again, Zalatoris is in trouble at the 13th. And McCarthy puts it in the heart of the green. Working on a 3 under round, 4 birdies, lone bogey coming back at the 9th as we go back to 13.
Fitzpatrick will have a birdie putt, but Roger, I'm sure one that you're more than happy to get down in 2.
Yeah, across the width of the green here, you know, you're just trying to get something up in a few foot circle. Get out with a 2 putt. If it goes in, well, it's your lucky day.
Oh, here we go, Gary. The importance of a long lag putt in the final round of the US Open.
I'd say that's pretty good. Whoa. What an unexpected birdie from Matt Fitzpatrick.
I guess it's his lucky day.
Yeah, you called it. You said you make it. It's your lucky day. Unbelievable.
Wasn't going a foot past the
No, it wasn't. It was perfect speed, perfect line.
The magic of the country club speaking to Fitzpatrick 9 years later.
All the emotions just bottled up, came roaring out of Fitzpatrick right there. What a putt. Zalatoris, the pressure on now. He's got to hold this putt, Gary, and hang on to the lead.
Absolutely. Fitzpatrick leads the field in birdies on par 4 holes this week. That's his 13th birdie. Par 4.
Don't forget Scheffler sitting there eyeballing about a 7-footer up at 14.
Yep, getting interesting now. Roger, somewhat the same line, the last, 12 feet of this putt. That's what Fitzpatrick had?
Yeah, gotta go right.
Boy. What an answer.
2 unbelievable putts at the 13th.
They don't look like 2 guys that have won on the PGA Tour.
Wow, is for sure.
Up the hill they go to the par 5 14th.
A mano. 2 tough left to right putts, Gary. This one right here, a minor miracle.
Yeah, it's safe to say, Paul, you could probably hit this one about 20 times and maybe make it twice.
And a great reaction, a guttural roar. And then the answer.
It's amazing how much difference the stroke looks on 15-footers than it does on the short ones.
Yeah, no figure 8 kind of thing going for him there. It's a completely different smooth action. And Zalatoris tied with Fitzpatrick. 5 holes left. in this US Open. Maybe. And Scheffler looking to make it 3 tied at the top.
That's exactly 6 feet from pay dirt here.
Just right to left, Singer. They looked at a spot about a cup out to the right. Got to match your speed and line here.
How big is that miss going to be down the stretch?
Played a lot of break for a putt that short. Opportunity lost.
Back up on the tee. Fitzpatrick.
Pressure to put it on the fairway is enormous. You can reach the green maybe if you hit this fairway. At least be able to lay up on top.
He's a little concerned.
And no need. Over the hill and watch it roll down the hill. It's a tough shot off the downslope. He can get to the top, I believe.
Now let's see if Zalatoris can get back in the groove here off the tee.
Yeah, that putt had to be a big lift.
Let's see if he can let this rip. He's been putting that cut swing on these.
He's headed up to right. Yeah, it's going to catch fairway.
Sure is.
So both in good shape as they play the par 5 14th. US Open on the line, the 4th edition of the Country Club coming down the stretch.
You can experience both the US Open and the US Women's Open from a new dimension with US Open AR built by Deloitte. Check out 3D views of every shot during championship play. Create your own augmented reality viewing experience by comparing player shots on all 18 holes. Even immerse yourself in storied USGA history, all using one app. So take a stroll down every fairway. Download the US Open AR app today.
In 1881, we started double aging our whiskey for extra smoothness. Times may have changed, but our whiskey hasn't. Discover the smooth honey notes of Jules 15-year-old. Stay curious.
If it matters to you, we'll help protect it. Travelers, it's better under the umbrella.
June 24th, streaming on Peacock. Have you heard? Downton Abbey, a new era is Downton at its lavishly entertaining best. Return for swoon-worthy romance.
I like them handsome.
And delightful